So here's a question. What is an O Sugar box? If you want to know the details, stay tuned for the video. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to be talking about an O Sugar box. And because this channel attempts to be politically correct and not curse for fear of a child actually listening, I'm going to allow you to figure out what O Sugar actually means. But here's the thing. Is I actually have an O Sugar box next to me. And I had a subscriber reach out to me recently asking if I had ever thought about creating a video talking about this box. And what's funny is that I hadn't. And all the times I have these quirky thoughts that kind of bounce around my head and I do a video on it, but it never occurred to me to do one on an O Sugar box. So when this subscriber reached out, I was like, that is a no-brainer. That is a no-brainer. Consider it done. And for the life of me, as I record this video, I cannot remember who the subscriber was. So you have my apology. But if you are watching this video right now and it was you, make sure that you put a comment in the comment section so that I can acknowledge your contribution to the creation of this video. So here's the thing. I'm going to show you some of the books from my O Sugar box, and I'm curious whether you have your own. And for those that haven't quite figured it out, an O Sugar box is basically a box of really great comics that are meaningful to you. Maybe they're valuable, maybe they have some significant value, but in the event that something disastrous actually happens to your house, and yes, your family is already safe, so let's just set that aside, but you have a couple of minutes. You have just a couple of minutes to grab one comic book box. What is in that box? That is the question. I'm actually going to show you what I have in my box. And I can tell you that what's in here changes from month to month, depending upon what is on the wall in back of me and the wall in front of me. But it just so happens that a lot of the O Sugar stuff is actually in this one bin right now and not on the wall. So I'm actually going to flip through here and show you guys what's in here. But again, I'm curious whether you have your own O Sugar box, and if so, what is in it? Insert your thoughts, your comments into the comment section so that we can have a conversation about that. So with that, let me show you what I actually have in here. And it's a little bit of a mishmash of stuff, and it's stuff that you guys may have seen from time to time on the walls here in the room. There was X-Men 50, a Steranko cover. Absolutely love that book. There's a bunch of Spider-Man stuff in here, as one would imagine. Secret Wars, number 8, 9.8. Definitely a really cool book there. A couple of nice books. X-Men 1, definitely dig this one. I picked this one up probably now almost 2 years ago. It's been, wow. It just occurred to me just how long I've actually had that book. Here's another Giant Size X-Men number 1, and before anyone can ask, this is my preferred. This is a fantastic book compared to just the regular X-Men book. There is 94 in here as well. Absolutely love this book. I picked this one up maybe 3 months ago. Definitely a really cool book that started what became a really fantastic run by Chris Claremont. Flipping through here is a really fantastic book signed by John Romita Sr. and Stan Lee. This book has a lot of significance for me because it was actually signed by Stan. I actually stood across the table from him while he signed this book. I had a facilitator do John Romita's, but the Stan signature is pretty significant. And this book is actually deemed by many people to be one of the most attractive and iconic covers of all time. And I would have to agree because it is a gorgeous red cover. Red is my favorite color, and so I definitely dig yellow, but red covers are also fantastic. And here you go. Here's another here. This was actually signed by Stan Lee at the same time he signed the other for me. Amazing Spider-Man number 300. This is a triple signed book, so definitely some significance there to that one. There's Iron Man 55 in here. There's Amazing Spider-Man 129. There are the paternal twins of Hulk 181. This is the 5-0 that was signed by Stan, and then there's also an 8-5 in here as well. There are a couple of Fantastic Four books in here, Fantastic Four 48 and 50, and then a couple of other just odds and end kind of Spider-Man books in here. So there you have it. That's essentially what is in my O Sugar box. And that reminds me, I actually need to go and sign off on my renewal paperwork for my collectible insurance. I'll have to go ahead and do that as soon as I wrap up this video. But again, I am curious whether you guys have a similar box or similar bin or something like that that you have set aside that you would grab in the event that something actually goes wrong. And again, this is all tongue-in-cheek, just having a little bit of fun. If you guys need to reach me, feel free to do so at Regie Collects on Instagram and RegieCollects@gmail.com. And thanks a lot for watching. Take care.